Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve.
Well,
Good morning.
I love to hear it.
I saw one of your all's trucks last night at Rupp Arena. I'm assuming you're at the KLC conference this week.
Yep, that's correct.
All right. Well, I will, as soon as this meeting's over, I've got to run home and grab a few things and I'm headed back. KLC conference this week.
Yeah, we are.
Yep, that's correct. All right. Well, I will, as soon as this meeting's over, I've got to run home and grab a few things and I'm headed back. I'm getting an audio bounce back here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, hang on. Let me see where that's coming from. All right, Scott, let's see if that took care of it.
Okay. Test, test, test.
There we go.
All right. And you can see my screen share, right?
Yes, sir, I sure can.
All right, Scott, let's see if that.
Oh, wait, hang on. I'm still getting it. Hang on.
Yes. All right. And you,
There it was. I found it. It was hidden in the background, Scott.
it always is.
Of course. Of course. I can see everything you got up there. It looks great.
So you can see the agenda.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me change here. Now can you see that?
Yes,
General
sir.
general discussion.
Yes, sir.
So I can toggle back and forth here seamlessly. Let's try this. How about this photo? Can you see that?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh man, we are in
Oh,
business, sir.
those are freshly mopped floors right there.
Well, you'll hear the story here in a little bit.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, well, looks like we're ready to go. Thank you, sir. And usually the judge and the mayor and everybody joins a little before 10.
I can't wait. All right. Well, thanks so much. And
Thank you.
yeah, how is the weather where you're at right now?
Oh, stormy.
What in the world? It's crazy.
Hey, we need the rain, man. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. So I'm fairly new to Lexington, and I got to tell you, this whole rain thing, and then the sun comes out moments later and makes you feel like you're swimming, walking outside is wild to me.
Well, there's an old saying we have here in Kentucky: if you don't like the weather, wait an hour.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to start using that. That's very funny and true.
The longer you're here, the more you'll realize it's very true.
I'll tell you, it's beautiful here, though. Holy
It,
smokes.
it is. It is.
All right,
Well,
well, we'll wait for everyone else, and we'll get them in.
thank you very much.
Yep, thanks, sir.
Yeah.
Morning, Mayor.
Good morning. I'm here at the conference here, so I got me a good spot here to do that.
I was there yesterday and last night. As soon as we finish this meeting, I'm gonna go home and pack up my stuff and head that way myself.
Okay, well, so I'm sitting here in a vacant spot, so you might hear people roll through here. I'll put my earphones on, so kind of drowns out the noise when I'm talking. So
Yeah, I think I was sitting very close to that area when I first got there yesterday. I got there a little early, had some time to kill.
so one thing I want to talk to you about is getting you and somebody from your office to come over and do a brief update. What we talked about from what you did last year on the 11th, and kind of come in, give a little bit of 15-minute presentation on what has transpired since 2023, and you start putting some of these different things in place. What's the difference?
Yes, sir. We can do that. Actually, last time I saw Devin, we were talking about some points to put into that presentation. We'll definitely make that happen.
Yeah, and we'll coordinate that. I'll let Devin and us coordinate that and get you and run it through Wendy to coordinate that to get you on there, and we can talk about that because I think a lot of the council people want to know as to since some of the measures, like we did a resolution on something to allow you all to do some things, and they just want to know, did that help, and also what other measures you all did. Of course, we know that you all changed how you collected, and you all are more aggressive in how you collected. So I think those were one of the most important things. And doing the letters out to people, giving people avenues to use their cards and all that stuff, I think has helped us a lot.
Yes,
So,
we can put together those bullet points and present. Yeah.
right.
Signed up for Papa Shot. I said, and they were like, does it have to be the mayor or? You can get who?
Devin.
To do.
I'm back. Okay. Anyway, so I'm gonna sit here and listen to you all and try to do the best I can with that. All right.
Sounds great. Thank you, Mayor.
Yep.
Hey, good morning, Scott.
Morning, Judge.
How are you all?
I am fine, sir. How about you?
Better than I deserve.
Oh, you beat me to it this week.
Well, Judge, good job last night. It was
Same to you, Mayor.
I
Same
think
to you.
I think we kind of talked a little bit. I know we kind of got off the reservation a little bit, but some of my people were talking about. I said, look, here's the thing about it. And I saw Mary Gordon, and she talked about. I said, you know what? To keep people on the agenda, it's hard to do. It's hard because if they ask a question, like council's asking questions about that, or they bringing it up, I guess we should say, well, that's not on the agenda. Well, but when you start cutting those people off, then they go say, so what's the secrecy of that? Everybody knows what that is. So you kind of do, you can follow that agenda, or you can give people the opportunity to ask a question and then move on. I don't know.
No, I think it, did we stray a little bit, but I don't think we did anything that was not appropriate. It's a challenge.
And the property was identified. It is identified in that, what we're petitioning wise, and it is part of the local agreement. On it. So I mean, so we were talking about the regional project, and it is been identified. So
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, it is 10:03, and do we have Gina or Superintendent Billy Parker with us, Mayor and
Yeah,
Scott?
I'm with you guys. I apologize. I was a little late jumping on. I've been under the crawl space with Surf Pro. So, trying to get some water damage taken care of.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
The question is, you're not trying to fix it, are you?
Well, I should have already had all the reconstruction stuff done, but I took care of I'm the first Parker, on my dad's side to not have my master's plumbing license. So yeah, I've got the plumbing part figured out.
Hey, I did for the pool for 25 years, duct tape. It always works.
And he's not lying.
That's right, duct tape.
Well, so with that said, we can officially report that the role for the record, Mayor Jenkins, Superintendent Billy Parker, and Joe Pat Covington are in attendance, and we have a quorum, and we can move forward with our agenda. And that first item for today's agenda, and that's today's meeting's Wednesday, September 25th, and it's our official business meeting of the Georgetown Scott County Revenue Commission. And our first item there, number 3, approval of minutes from last meeting, 8/28/24, as presented via email. Are there any questions or comments related to those as presented?
I make a motion to accept the minutes as seen.
I'll second that.
So motion is second. Any other comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. We'll go to number 4 and we'll turn over to Scott.
Yes, we have 2 penalty and interest abatement requests this month. Can everyone see the staff report here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So taxpayer A is requesting abatement of city, county, and school net profit tax penalties for the tax year 2023. The total on that is $75. You can see it's 25 city, 25 county, 25 school. The taxpayer indicates in their request that their tax professional failed to file an extension request on their behalf. Per Revenue Commission and PIA abatement policy, the actions of an employee and or tax preparer or professional do not constitute reasonable cause for abatement. So for that reason, staff determination is to deny this penalty and abatement request. Any questions on that particular one?
No,
No.
sir.
All right. We'll move on to the second one here. As you can see, this is a much larger dollar amount here, and you can see the city, county, and school board splits. In this particular case, this taxpayer is requesting abatement of city, county, and school net profit tax penalties for multiple tax years, 2016 to 2021 to be exact. They total $19,749.95. This taxpayer is a national law firm that operates in 39 states. The taxpayer indicated in their request that, quote, there is no process in place to keep track of all cities that have local tax and where the firm's clients are located, unquote. So, per Revenue Commission PIA policy, ignorance of the tax laws and or tax filing requirements does not constitute reasonable cause for abatement. Therefore, in this case, the Revenue Commission staff determination is also to deny this penalty abatement request. Any questions on that one?
Nope.
No questions
motion?
here. Need a motion.
Yes.
I make a motion to
I'll second.
That motion, Mayor, would be to follow staff recommendations on both of the penalty and interest abatement.
That's correct.
All right. And we have a second from Mr. Parker.
Yes,
Any
sir.
other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. That moves us down to taxpayer payment plan, requires commissioner's approval. And Scott, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Judge. Of course, all of the confidential taxpayer information has been redacted from this payment plan. The reason we're bringing it to you is per Revenue Commission policy. Any payment plan that exceeds $5,000 requires the commissioners to give final approval on it. If you look at this, It's a $1,500 a month payment, which starts in October and goes through December 2025, and then a small one in January of 2026 to pay off the balance, which is $22,895.63. We think it's a good plan. We think the taxpayer is serious about getting this resolved, and we're just bringing it to you because it is the over $5,000.
I support doing stuff like this. I think the end is compliance.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I support it with a motion to move forward if needed.
And I'll second that. Any other questions? All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Motion passes. We'll move over to 6, scanning and digitization project update. John.
Well, John is unable to join us today. He has a minor injury that has got him temporarily sidelined. He's not clear to drive right now, so he's not able to join us. And this is a fairly fresh injury. But I can tell you that the scanning and digitization project is continuing with great speed. It's working out very well. I'm going to jump ahead, Judge, because this doesn't require any commissioner approval. I just want to give you some information. I do have a photo here I want to share with you. If everybody can see that. There used to be 20 file cabinets there. So some of them we had already emptied. Some we're getting down to the nitty gritty here of when our construction renovation is going to start and when our new cubicles are going to arrive, which is coming up very shortly. So we needed to go ahead and get them out of the premises so the area is clear for the work. So we had a little project where we moved all of these empty file cabinets and the remaining files that were in them, we flagged them, tagged them so we could go back and retrieve them when we needed to. They're in off-site, climate-controlled, secure storage at an undisclosed location. So they're safe where they are, but this has opened up quite a bit of space here. So this project continues at a rapid pace.
That's very positive. Appreciate it. So number 7, Reno project.
Yeah, so the photo I just shared with you was a part of that, but I'll tell you the current schedule is that October 4th is when our new cubicles are supposed to arrive at the warehouse in Lexington. Probably installation will begin sometime after that. They'll have a crew scheduled. They'll come over, and then our general contractor, who's going to do the build out on the additional enclosed office for our general counsel, that particular project is scheduled to start November 4th, which is a Monday. Although he did indicate the project manager on that project he's currently on is moving along pretty well. It could be earlier than that, but we're hoping it's November the 4th at the latest. So that's the Reno project update in addition to the photo. And we're so excited about to have all this open space.
That's great news, and I know it'll help you all navigate forward. So I'm glad that you all are getting that done. Any other comments there?
We appreciate your support as always. We can't do any of this without you.
Well, we can't operate without you all. So it's a mutual feeling.
All good.
Number 8, General Counsel and Tax Compliance Analyst Search Update.
Okay, so our general counsel, we did have a second interview, and we'll be making a decision on that next week. Again, thank you, Mayor. Devin was participating in that, and her input has been invaluable. So hopefully we'll have next meeting, we'll have some good news for you there. The tax compliance analyst, the offer was accepted. The person has been onboarded. In fact, we got her in just in time for her to attend COLA last week, the first day of the conference. The whole morning is occupational license tax 101 and 102. So that's invaluable training for somebody that comes in. So the timing worked out perfectly. Her name is Michelle Disney. And Michelle comes to us from the water company. However, she has many, many years of experience in customer service, in insurance, and a variety of other fields, I believe some banking as well. So we're excited to have her on board. She's already learning very quickly. So hopefully we'll have more concrete information for you on the general counsel next month.
That sounds good. Very good. Number 9, COLA training, customer service.
Yeah, I just wanted to thank again the commissioners for allowing us to close the office last Friday. The last day of the COLA conference in Newport, Kentucky was all customer service, dealing with angry customers. I've been doing this a long time. That's one of the best I've seen, how they handled it. It was very interactive, and it was great to have the whole Revenue Commission team there to be a part of that and get that training. So this is just another thank you.
Very good. And then number 10, general discussion.
Okay, so we've got some bullet points here. The Cabinet for Economic Development. We've had a little dry spell on this. No new projects to report. February of 2024 was the last project we had approved. Second bullet point there is the KJRA project. Again, no new information there. The report was attached. The numbers are always the same. Only the month is changed on that report. The CISA, Department of Homeland Security CISA remote penetration testing window closes tomorrow. We've already gotten a lot of good feedback from them. John will have a full report next month on what that actually looked like and what all the details were. And again, because we're local government, this cost us nothing. So we're happy to take advantage of that. The individual compliance report, let's see what we've got for you here. So another good month. Tammy, John, and Denny collected over $38,000 in collections. This is over and above, obviously, the millions of dollars we bring in every month. But Tammy had a very good month, 18,505. 61% of that was net profit collections that she had worked on. John was 6,700, and 80% of his was net profit. And Denny had another good month, 12,900 and some change there, and 67% of his was net profit. So a very strong month for net profit collections from our team's focus in August.
A lot of work and effort, and I appreciate the intentionality and what y'all are doing there.
Okay, so the electronic payment summary, this is from our credit card vendor. $19,000 was what came in electronically. As you can see, pretty much month for month, it's about the same thing. It was a little higher. 99% of it came in over the web. Only 1% of it is people swiping their credit cards here in the office. Majority of it was withholding for the month of August. And as always, 92% of it is the e-checks versus 8% for the credit cards. And then you can see the splits down there. MasterCard, Visa, Discover, and American Express. So always glad to see people utilizing that. And that was a barrier we removed to voluntary compliance many, many years ago. Any questions on the electronic payment summary?
No, sir.
All right. That takes us to our monthly collection stats. You can see that down here with all the yellow bars. We were up for the month, not very much, about 32,000, which is 0.8%, but it was an increase over the same month last year. It was kind of an odd month in the sense that the city was up $5,000, the county was up $49,000, and the school board was actually down $22,000 for the month. So kind of an anomaly there. Usually they're more in line than that. Probably had, well, I don't know, to be honest with you. I'd have to do a dive into that. Every once in a while you get a weird month like this. It's just, whatever came in that month, there were more people paying county tax that month for whatever reason. So that's the monthly comparison. And then we'll jump right into the new fiscal year quarterly collection stats. So with 2 months under our belt, we're $9.3 million over last year, our record-breaking year last year of $63.7 million. I will point out to you, if you take out the net profit deposit that we talked about back in July, if you take that out, we'd still be up. If that didn't happen, we'd still be up almost 1.7 million over last year.
And so Scott, I'm sorry, Scott, because that's such that one factor is such an outlier. Do you plan as we go through this year to keep that kind of at the bottom there?
Yes.
Good. Okay. I assumed you did. I just thought I'd ask.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be that's a huge number. So it's going to put us way up at the end of the year. But at least with the first 2 months, even without that, we're still $1.7 million over. And that's beating a $63.7 million year. So that's a
Yes, sir.
very
Yes,
positive
sir.
sign. And I've also, since we're the second month in here, I've added your actual payments to the jurisdictions after we take out expenses, refunds, things of that nature. So you can see we're 3.7 million more distributed than we had distributed this time last year to the city, 3.7 to the county, and 1.7 to the school board. So we're up across the board, all three jurisdictions in our distributions as well. So off to a roaring start.
That's very good news, and appreciate the data.
And then we'll move down here to the new accounts and closed accounts report here. For the month of August, we had 80 new accounts open up. Only 28 were closed. You compare that with the same month last year with 79 and 89. So we're currently sitting at 844 new and 428 closed. That's an average of 106 new accounts per month for the first 8 months of 2024. If that average continues for the rest of the year, we'll get pretty close to 1,300 new accounts again this year. Maybe right under, maybe a little over, but we're on track to be close to what we were last year. So good news on the new accounts continuing to open. And then this is just a cumulative data. Once we get the monthly data, I roll that in here and give you a good sense of where we stand with all of our accounts in terms of opened and closed. So any questions on any of the newer closed accounts data?
No, sir.
No questions.
Right. Well, that concludes the general discussion items. There are 5 Wednesdays in October, so our 4th Wednesday would be the 23rd. That would be our regularly scheduled meeting if no one has any conflict.
Sounds good to me. Anyone else have any conflict or anything with that?
No, sir. Just checking to make sure. But yep, that works for me as well.
I'm
Judge,
good.
when is Keiko this year?
It's not until November. I think it's the second week in November. I'd have to look, but I do know it's in November.
Okay.
I think it's after the general election, Scott.
Okay. All right.
But I'll let you know.
So we should be good for the 23rd then.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're good.
That was yes. No, there's no problem there.
Okay, great. Well, that's all I have, folks. Any questions?
Anything questions? Anything related? If not, would there be a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right.
We are adjourned. Thank you all.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Bye-bye.
Bye.